Okay, so we're out at one of my favorite areas to fish, and it's early, or actually it's probably like late spring, early summer, but we're starting off with a good old jerk bait. There are bass and pike are the main two in here. There's a couple others like crappie, things of that nature, but that's not what we're out here for. I mean, if we catch one, that's great, but this is a pretty lightly fished pond, and yeah, it's been, oh, that was a fish. Dang, how did I miss that? He must have had it for 2 seconds right there. That's funny. But yeah, while we're here, we're gonna use a couple different lures, a couple, different things, and see what we can get going on here. And we want to try to catch a decent bass today. Man, I think there's something over there. That might be a Christmas tree, because I can kind of see a little dark spot in the water. But that's actually really good. So what they do is they put Christmas trees in the water, and it provides like shelter for the pike and the bass, but mostly the pike. Pike love Christmas trees out here. So if you can kind of, oh jeez Louise, my line decided it was going to take a jump there. Holy cow, that was not cool. Yeah, I put some new line on this rod. Not really sure if I like it very much, but we'll see. How much fish I can catch on this rod. But I brought my bass rod too. For the bigger lures I've got and stuff like that. So I'm gonna check the temp now. Ooh, of my thermometer off the boot. It says 60 degrees. So this is pretty good water. It's even warmer than I was expecting. So yeah, as you can see, 60 degrees. I mean, I had that in my boot for about 30 minutes or so. So that's a good thing, huh? But all right, I got tired of using the jerk bait, so I'm gonna work my way to the old Chatterbait. Just drill a couple out here in this open water. There should be a couple Christmas trees laying out there. So, oh, hold on. There is a tag end on there that's going to cause some problems. This is the hard part about being out here. I got my backpack on. So I can't just like drop it down wherever. Yeah. I've got to kind of know where I'm going to place it. But when I get over to that other side, every time I need to do something, I'm going to have to walk back to shore, which is going to stink. I'll cut off this little tag end here. There we go. And I would just say you're all good to go. I'll just leave my backpack sitting there. It's not going to get wet where it's at. Should be all right. Yeah, we'll throw out this way off of this shore. The water's actually a lot clearer than it seems. It's got good visibility, so I'm not too worried about having the wrong colors. The last time I came out here, the water was this exact color, and yeah, we were on fire with this white chatterbait. So I just slowly chug it on back, just really kind of let it hit rocks and structure and stuff out there, as it kind of comes back. What I'm using is the jackhammer, which is my all-time favorite chatterbait. Doesn't matter what other ones exist. The jackhammer is the all-time best. Yeah, and every once in a while I'll get that like bump from hitting a rock or something. That's what I want. I want it right up off the bottom, chugging along. And honestly, the bass may not even be in this slightly deeper water anyways. They might be a lot more shallow right now. So we're gonna work our way over towards those weeds if I don't get any bites. The only problem, man, but that whole area is just so freaking deep to the left. It shallows out as you kind of work your way along the shore there. But it's so freaking deep. It's good though that it's a pretty rocky bottom of the lake though. That's my favorite thing about it, is the really rocky bottom. It makes the fishing a lot more interesting. But yeah, there's no way to cross, so you know I wouldn't keep walking that way. But right where that grass line is, it's really shallow, but right where that grass is, there's really nowhere to go. It goes up to like 8 feet right on the other side of that, so I can fish in that direction, but it's just one of those things. Oh, that kind of felt like a fish. Just all of a sudden a bunch of weight. It's probably some grass or something, who knows. And if these colors don't end up working, I'm going to switch to something a little darker. And I don't think this water really needs it, but just do the little chugga chugga. So we got a bunch down there, a bunch of wind there. Just getting now from it. So this is like, in my opinion, this is like the best weather to fish right now, because just, yeah, a million reasons why. And maybe shot right there. I got a fish on, and it's a bass, I believe. He picked it up right after I pulled it off some weeds. Or is that a small pike? Oh no, it's a bass. It's a good bass. He got the chatterbait. It's not a very big boy, but hey, that's a bass. Sweet. That makes me very happy. Nice fish. He got it right in the corner. Yeah, I came up off of some structure or something there, and he took it right in his mouth. Let's get a picture of this guy for my Instagram. If you don't follow me, it's Coloradofishguy. But yeah, I hit him right off of a stump. Look at that beautiful pre-spawn bass. He's been caught before up around his nose there. You can kind of see that a little bit of red, but let's get him back in the water. This is why I like that. It's just so cool catching fish and when you're standing in water. the release is so much easier on the fish. You're not dropping them by accident or putting them in really shallow water. They just kind of go immediately. But now we know they're biting. I've just been throwing out on this kind of big open flat. There's a really big commotion over here, and I'm assuming that might have been like a pike or something chasing another fish. But yeah, just keep chugging it, you know, let it hit structure, let it hit logs, whatever's out there, and then, you know, just like that, where it kind of feels like it loads up with weight, there's a fish. But we are on the money now. Yeah, I moved out of some of those other areas, you know, just people are throwing balls out to their dogs. It's, you know, probably keeping all the fish off of those kind of closer to shore areas. So we want to be on the bass today, son. So we're just gonna keep chucking this way and do what we do best, you know. And I kind of jigged it a little bit too. I never really liked, ooh, that felt like something. That wasn't anything. But, you know, I don't really like jigging back a chatterbait. I feel like it gives it that opportunity to get snagged, because it kind of, when you stop reeling it, it lays on its side, and then it can be a problem. But, you know, it sometimes you can catch them like that, and it's pretty cool. But for now, you know, we've got plenty of light. It's starting to clear up a little bit towards the mountains. The wind died down, which is nice as well. Lets me see my line a little bit better on the fall, just in case if they decide they want to get a piece of it as it's falling down. But yeah, I think these bass are probably wanting to, ooh, that felt like one too, dang. Yeah, there's like a lot of structure and stuff that this kind of gets hung up on, and it feels like a fish every time. So but we're on them now. Yeah, I keep seeing splashes out here too from other fish. And I don't know if it's bass hitting topwater or what. If I see more topwater action, I may actually switch over to topwater, because I'm a sucker for some topwater. But I don't think that's going to be the case right now. You know, I've just been kind of gently chugging this chatterbait along, and got that one at least. So, you know, the fish don't seem like they're up in these reeds. I think they're kind of suspending themselves over a little bit deeper water, because I fish these reeds that I'm standing next to pretty heavily, you know, but you never know, they could be right up on those reed lines. Oh, actually there's a fish in there, right as I was just talking about how there weren't fish inside of the reed lines. So I'm gonna still continue to fish like those edges over there. There's some old dead reed lines where they kind of got windswept on out there. You know, I'm gonna throw in, pitch in, whatever I gotta do. But yeah, there was a bass or something back in there. The reeds moved from underneath, and that could also be like a turtle, but it's pretty unlikely it's a turtle. But yeah, there was something back in here, right along here. They moved a couple of the reeds, and this, you know, that's the other thing that's nice about these reeds, is you can walk through them a lot of the times, but you got to be careful though in the spring when the bass are trying to spawn, because you don't want to be stepping on their eggs or anything like that. They put their you know, their little nests and stuff up in these areas where it's easier for them to, you know, protect their eggs and their, you know, their little babies. So, but I worked all this before I even started walking out here. But this is where it gets a little sketchy. So the water's kind of dark and gray, but I've been out here enough times to know kind of where to step, but you know, you just got to take it slow, and you'd be surprised how shallow a lot of this is. But I can't see down very far from here. But I've caught good fish out over through here, you know, just thrown out really far, and then you bring back a really nice bass. So that's what we're after. Back over to where I started to get my backpack, and I managed to fall, and now my waders are all full of water and I lay miserable. So I'm only gonna do however much more fishing. I got my other rod sitting over there in the reeds just chilling. But I'm not done yet. A little bit of wet underwear doesn't bug me. Ooh. But let's see if we can catch another couple while we're out here before we just completely give up. Because when you got water in your waders, it is not fun. Thankfully, it's like, because you wear your little safety belt, you know, you don't get a whole lot of water in your waders. If you wear those other types, like the non-fly fishing type, and you fall over, you can get water all the way. Yeah, it's not very fun. So I am very happy that I have my fly fishing waders on. As opposed to nothing, because this water is getting a little bit cooler because of the wind is kind of taking the heat out of it from earlier this morning when the sun was on it really good. And I'm not kidding you, it was like approaching 80 degrees this morning. So but yeah, right here last year I caught a 5-pounder, like right off of this. Just bringing a chatterbait back real gently. So you just want to make sure you're striking stuff. You know, if you're pulling your chatterbait and it doesn't feel like it's bumping things, then you need to be slowing it down a bit. Because when it's right up off of the bottom like that and it's hitting sticks and rocks and grass or whatever, that gives those bass that little bit of that opportunity. Oh, there's a fish right there. Oh yeah, that might be a pike. Yeah, that's a pike. Or no, that's a big bass. Holy cow. Holy cow. Oh no, that's a catfish. I caught a freaking huge catfish. Oh my gosh. Oh crap, he's a big boy. Holy shit. No way. I don't know what to do. I've never caught a catfish this big. Crap, let's go over to this more shallow water there. Dude, that's a decent cat. What the fudge? Look at that chatterbait. He choked it. He choked the chatterbait. There's a chatterbait in his mouth. Oh my goodness gracious. That is a big catfish. Oh fudge, I'm scared. I don't like cats because they got those spines on them and they're really crazy and they kick hard. Holy cow. Just the way that he fought for a second there, I thought it was a bass, but no, that's a cat. Holy cow. Crud. I was hoping to get to take pictures of these fish I catch, but my phone is in the back of my bag there. Dude, I have never caught a catfish in my life. And this is my biggest catfish I have ever caught. Look at the size of his belly. He is so fat. But yeah, those spines. So right here is where they've got those spines, and then they got one up on the top of them too. Oh my gosh, I have to get a picture of him. This is unbelievable. My buddy would never believe me that I caught a catfish on a chatterbait. Gotta do some moseying around here. Ooh. He's grunting at me. I don't know how I'm gonna get that out. It like went really through the top of his mouth really good. Holy cow. Take a couple pictures. Oh my gosh. He is so freaking fat. And I think I have my grips. I can't do the grips though. I can't put this bag down or else it's gonna get soaked. Okay, so big fat cat on a freaking chatterbait. Okay, if I understand it correctly, that's how you grab them, just like that. And then he's grunting. He's grinding. That's so cool, guys. Look at that guy. He ate that chatterbait. He feels so soft too. Okay, so we're gonna put him back so he can go back home because we don't want to do anything else. That's unreal. I cannot believe that. That was at least like a 4 or 5 pound catfish, I swear. I didn't weigh him obviously because I don't have my scale with me, but that was hilarious. And my battery's about to die. What a trip, dude. Well, I'm gonna call that on the video. I'm gonna do some more fishing. I may catch more fish, we'll see. I'll post pictures and stuff like that, but yeah, catch you guys later. Peace.